Hello everyone, welcome back to another exciting edition of Randy Talks Hockey. I'm Randy, as you know it, and boy, this is most my exciting time of the NHL after the trade deadline. These next 2 months are so intense of hockey because it's the race to the playoff, the first round, but we're not there, but we still got to see who's going to make the playoffs and the matchup. So let's talk about who's going to make the playoffs first. So we know for the East for sure, the Capitals, the Penguins, the New York Rangers and the Columbus Blue Jackets are all going to make the playoffs. We know that. But the Penguins, that's an interesting one. They're banged up right now on their blue line. Chris Letang just got the bad news. He is out for longer than expected. Oli Mata still out. Trevor Daley out for a long time. So this team is just banged up. But we'll see how they can get healthy before the deadline. We saw the other night as well, Matt Murray did get pulled. So I think that opened up an eye in Pittsburgh to see, does Marc-Andre Fleury start for the playoffs? Or is Murray the guy? But again, all these questions will be answered in time. But between the three teams, the New York Rangers, the Pittsburgh Penguins, Columbus Blue Jackets, we know two of these three teams will face each other. But if one of these teams are in the wild card, the first team, the Atlantic, not bad. Because right now, the Montreal Canadiens, hey, they are playing good. I admit, I thought those trades they made were awful trades. They did enough to help the deadline. But let's say this way, their winning game that important. But do you really want to play the Rangers or the Penguins? I know I wouldn't, but they look pretty. I say they will make the playoffs. You have teams like the Boston Bruins and the Ottawa Senators. The Senators, huge win last night against the Bruins. Unbelievable job. Good team effort. The players stepped up. Good job for them. So they're in second. They got home ice. The Bruins are there. But the Bruins now got some company. The Toronto Maple Leafs, after blowing a lead in LA, Anaheim, they couldn't hang on. Everyone's like, oh boy, but they got a big one against the Red Wings holding on. They're still having trouble hanging on to leads, but a big one only now 2 points behind the Bruins for the third spot in the Atlantic in the wild card. But the East wild card, oh my goodness, what a race. The Leafs right now, but the Islanders are not far behind. Awful game against Calgary on Sunday, but they are tied right now with Edmonton. So we'll see, can they come back? The Philadelphia Flyers just won their game with the Buffalo Sabres. Boy, sorry about that. So they are in a good chance to win with 70 points. The Tampa Bay Lightning coming out of nowhere traded guys like Phil Pila and Boyle and Bishop. But you got to remember, you got to think, I thought this team was done. They were putting it in, but they're now out of nowhere. 4 points out of the wild card spot. They can do it. I think they can make it, but they would be a very scary team in the playoffs. I'd be worried about them. And Steven Stamkos is close to be coming back. If they get Stamkos, boy, it's going to be fun to watch them. But the other team, the Florida Panthers, what a disappointing season for the Panthers. Oh my goodness, another game where they blew. James Reimer hasn't looked good for the Panthers. Got yanked today against the Rangers, gave up that late game. Players are doing weird things in their zone. The coaching calling up, it's just awful in Florida. I think they're going to fall out. The Buffalo Sabres had a small chance, but the loss against the Philadelphia Flyers, just killed them. Now, if you're asking me which one of these teams will make it, oh my goodness, it is hard to pick because the Leafs still inexperienced, but they are learning as they go. Babcock been through the battle. You got Boyle, a veteran, and Fair. We'll see what can happen. The Flyers, last year they came out of nowhere. I think at the end of the day, going to come down to their goaltending once again. If Mason can hang on or can Neuver take over that job, only time will tell. And the Lightning, they just no room for error for this team. They got to keep going at it. They got to keep winning games. Vasilevsky got to be unbelievable. I guess the big question is, can the return of Stamkos help? Can he put pucks in the net? We'll see. He is one of those unbelievable talented players. And I guess the Islanders, people are doubting them. I saw them play Sunday against Calgary. It was just awful. They couldn't, too many passes, not enough shooting. Is the loss of Opposo really that bad? It's been almost a season now. But the Islanders, you know what? We'll see. Can they hang it out? Doug Wade has done a good job to get the team back on track. Can he keep it together before the season over? I guess we'll wait to find out. Still too hard to predict how these teams which one's going to make it and which ones are not. Now, let's go off to the West. We know the West, we got 3 teams most likely going to make it. Well, guaranteed, I think. The Chicago Blackhawks. Hey, did anyone think Chicago would make the playoffs again? Cricket, because everyone knows they are going to make it. Minnesota Wild, what a season under Bruce Boudreau. They are faltering a bit, but we'll see if the teams get ahead of themselves. They want competition. They're not in that mood. They want to get the cup run. So I just think that's happened to the Wild. So I think, but they're fine. And the San Jose Sharks, they look pretty good. But we got some teams that do look like they're going to make it. I spoke with the Calgary Flames. What a turnaround for the Flames. 7 in a row. They've been unstoppable. They're winning game. Brian Elliott making save. Everything going well for the Flames. But you want to talk about everything going well. Michael Stone playing with TJ Brody. He had picked up his game, which has been great. They're getting scoring from all 4 lines. They are a force to be reckoned with. But the Flames, they kind of like a roller coaster. They've been up and down season. Up and down, up and down, up and down. But when they go down, they crumble. When they're up, they're unstoppable. So I guess for the rest of the way for the Flames, the question's going to be, can they be consistent or are they going to go on another crash? Because it has happened before. But again, only time can tell. They play the Canadiens Thursday night. Let's see. The Oilers, they've been on a tremendous season this year. The only thing I worry about them is Cam Talbot. He has played so many games. I'm just worried his tank's going to run. They're just going to. And that happened, plush. He's been just as important as Connor McDavid. Maybe not as important, but he has been the big reason why the Oilers are here. So you gotta give number 33 credit. The Anaheim Ducks are one of those teams that look like they are gonna make it, but they played Vancouver. Vancouver had some guy named Richard Bachman playing, guy with the Dallas Stars, the Vancouver Miners, played for Edmonton, made some 40-some saves, and the Ducks lost. Now, I understand John Gibson is not in the lineup, but still, the Ducks got to find a way to score. Corey Perry has had an awful year. My goodness, it's just been terrific. He got to go with the Ducks on any success to even win, because right now they look like they're going to be in a wild card spot the way Calgary's going. People want to see that battle, Alberta. Been 30-some years. If you live in the middle of the province, you better hide. There's going to be some fighting. Hopefully not some actual fighting, but we'll see. Hopefully it's all good, though. But the Ducks, oh my goodness, it's just not been good. Corey Perry, again, struggling. We'll see what happens. Antoine Vermette is going to return through that suspension here soon for after hitting the referee. And we'll see how that will affect. The Nashville Predators are as well one of those teams that are most likely going to make it in the 3rd spot in the Central Division. If they can hang on everything right, Pekka Rinne played good, or UC Saros, the defense been good. I think the Preds will be fine. They will get that 3rd spot, but I don't know if they want to play the Hawks again. Oh, it does not look good for the Hawks. I mean, the Predators, the Hawks, everything looked good for the Hawks always. So, but in the West, the teams are just fighting it out. The St. Louis Blues do have that final wild card spot. Last time I checked, it was 1-0 between them and Minnesota Wild. I don't know if the score has changed, but the Blues win. That's a huge boost. They'll keep a little up on the LA Kings. But the Kings, oh my goodness, what is going on here? Now, let's put it in perspective. Yes, Jonathan Quick has been hurt for most of the season. Peter Budaj did the best he could. I think a better job than expected. They got Quick back, got Ben Bishop, they got Jerome McGinley to help out a veteran, but they got to score. They put 2 pucks in the back of the net on Saturday against the Canucks. Like, not just bad luck, but still, they got to find a way to get wins. They got to tough it out. If they don't get wins, man, it's tough. And the depth of this team is just not good enough. Toffoli, I know, has had an awful year. Andre Kopitar not putting many goals as he wanted or points. So that is understandable. Carter has been the catalyst for the team. But when you got players like Dustin Brown and Marian Gaborik on these big-term contracts, and they're not doing what they need to do, it hurts the team. It hurts a lot. Now, Gaborik, can understand, he was hurt for a lot of the season, but Brown is just awful. Now, Now, also, the Winnipeg Jets, they are in the race. Unfortunately, a tough loss last night against the San Jose Sharks. It was just like, oh, poor Jets fans. But they got a good future coming. I don't expect the Jets to make it unless they can go on another incredible. They got to go on an incredible run. There's no room for error. Couple of room for errors. You're Don Thielen. Now, the Dallas Stars and the Vancouver Canucks technically are still in, but they're not. They made the trade to get rid of some key players in the deadline. So, yeah, they are winning. Carey Letton is actually making saves. Where was this all year, Carey? I think all the fans of Dallas would like to know this. Because, listen, the goaltending killed them. Now he's making 40-some saves in 2 nights in a row. So, but it's too late, I think. The Stars will address their goaltending need in the offseason. That is a conversation for another day. The Vancouver Canucks, they've won a few in California, but again, I don't expect them to win. They're right now losing 1-0 to Montreal. The Habs have been on fire, but we'll see what happens. Anyways, we got a big week of hockey ahead. More upcoming. Who's going to make your playoff predictions? Who do you think is going to be in? Who's going to be out? I would like to hear from all of you, actually. Tell me who's going to in. I will analyze this. Until then, enjoy some hockey. I'll keep watching, and hopefully we'll get some big news coming. Oh, and before I let it go, we had the GM meeting. I know the Olympics has been a topic. There's nothing been up. From what I've heard, no conversation, but nothing happening. But again, we all thought the lockout was done. The lockout in 2012, it was going to happen for sure. And all of a sudden, bang, the season was saved. So maybe that will happen. We've heard some ideas for some new innovation to help scoring, some face-off in the middle to the sides, but again, too hard to tell. We'll get more information after that. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed another exciting episode of Randy Talks Hockey. It's an exciting time, hockey fans. Enjoy it. I know if your team's not in the playoff, it sucks. But overall, if you're a fan of hockey like myself, it's just so exciting to watch. The anticipation, the suspense. It's really great. A lot of great games on. Anyway, everyone, have a great night. I'll talk to you later.